Let's get started and get warmed up, get to know each other a bit. And I'm going to ask you each to tell me one way you're using AI to be better at what you do. And that could be as a board director, as a CEO, as an author, even as a traveler or a parent. What's one example of how it's changed your life? And Marc, I'm going to start with you.
Well, I don't want to discount the travel help that it provides me. Other important research, like how I become a proper dog sitter for my daughter, but I use it quite a bit to assemble feedback. As you can imagine, running a software business as CEO, there's a number of inputs that you get: customer related feedback, market competitive related feedback, employee feedback who are really close to the market. And to try to synthesize all that information and create good context out of it, and then make sure we're focused on the most important things at the right times from a resource standpoint and a control standpoint. That's one thing. Then the other thing I do quite often is I use it as a thought partner in my communication. So as I'm planning an employee communication or a board memo, which I do every single time I complete a month, we report on operational data. I send the board an update on the operations for the month, or in advance of the materials being shipped for a board meeting, I send them a context memo. And I use AI to help me sort of make sure that material and key themes or most important points sort of match up in a line and are really thoughtfully laid out for them.
Yeah. Sounds like it's very central to what you do.
Uh,
Andrea, how
I've
about
become a regular daily user. Yes.
yeah. Andrea, how about you?
So, like Mark, I use it for different things. I started using ChatGPT and Perplexity when I was writing my most recent book, and they had just literally just come out the year before. And at the time, Perplexity was giving us resources and sources, so it became my go-to research assistant for the book. And I continue to use both. Perplexity and Claude now. I've moved over to Claude for purposes of just any kind of research that I do, and always making sure that it gives me the sources so I can go back into the sources and also validate it for myself, because I don't want my reputation to be sullied as some organizations and people's reputations have been sullied. The other thing that I'm doing that I'm very excited about is I'm using a couple of different tools or platforms to do some really cool sort of product creation in my space. So I'm a governance person, and I'm using now Lovable and Taverly, which are a full stack platform, and then also a API connector. Agents go out into the web and find the information you want. So I'm creating dashboards for myself, which I may then also translate into something that I offer others. But it's one is for geopolitical risk. So I'm looking at geopolitical risk issues around the world. And the other one is for exponential technologies. So in my book, I talk about 5 exponential technology buckets. So I've taken those buckets and I've thrown them into this platform. And I've said, give me the latest information, cases, use cases, et cetera, in these 5 buckets of exponential technology so I can keep up to date and also use it for my work.
Yeah, thanks, Andrea. And thanks for the tips on those tools.
Sure.
Millicent, let me turn it over to you.
Sure. So I, as a board director, probably the most common way that I use AI is to stay on top of the latest headlines in my industry that I need to be aware of that would have potential impact on the organizations where I sit. And then the second way as a board director for benchmarking. I'm in financial services, and there's lots of performance that is driven by benchmarking. So I use it for that, and I can talk more about that later. And then I guess personally, but still kind of professionally, as a former attorney, I know that a significant share of agreements are standard templates. So I actually use it to highlight non-standard terms that I need to examine more closely. Um, and I also do it. I'm super crazy, but probably conservative around privacy and security and confidentiality. So I actually never use company names.
Mhm.
Even in my own enterprise version of AI tool, I'm still I haven't gotten comfortable enough with that yet.